Okay, let's try this again. First time I got interrupted by a spike. It is the morning of November 8th. Now that we have the time change, I'm going to be able to get out here before work. I have a whole extra hour in the morning now. But I heard a couple bucks fighting across the road from where I'm at right now. And it sounded like a pretty serious fight. I mean, they were really hitting their antlers hard together. It was rattling across the pasture out here. So, it's done now. I don't know. Hopefully the big buck comes over in here. Had some questions about Hollywood. Hollywood is gone. I have no idea where he went or maybe what happened to him. The last pictures any of us have of him, me and all the neighbors, is on October 28th, and haven't seen him since. There's a myriad of different possibilities with him. He could have, one, just left the area, which is what I'm hoping, that he's still alive. He left the area and he's, off somewhere else. Two, he got hit by a car because he was crossing this road down here every day. Three, he got poached. Or four, he got shot by somebody and we just don't know it. Pretty much know all the neighbors pretty well, but there's some people around here that just shoot deer and throw them in their garage, and you just don't ever know. So it's one of those four things happen, and I'm hoping it's number one, he just moved and he's still alive. But I do know he's not on our farm anymore. We got that big mature 8-point that's down here. It's not a deer that is going to score much, but he's certainly a trophy buck. He's a very mature buck and one that I would be happy to kill. And of course we have Wells, but Wells is spending pretty much all his time over on the neighbors. He is crossing the road every once in a while, but very rarely. He's pretty much over on Brian, so Brian's gonna have to kill him with a rifle, or then one of the two. We're gonna sit tight and see what we see. So this spot's always a really good spot during the rut because you have really thick bedding all out in here. That's all thick bedding. And what these bucks will do is they'll walk these outside edges along the hardwoods, scent checking all that bedding. So if there's a doe in there that's coming in, they'll just walk this edge, scent checking. If they smell one, they'll just dive in, go after her. So that's why you see a lot of bucks cruising this edge right here that's about 30 yards from me. Crushed him. Crushed him. Crushed him. That's Wells, everybody. I just shot Wells. Oh. I just shot. Oh. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Ow. Oh. Just shot Wells. I haven't got a single picture of him in Cherry Ridge all year. The entire year, I never got a picture of him down here. He had a really small home range over by Brian's, below the house. He never left there. And he's dogging a doe through Cherry Ridge on November 8th. I hear more deer. Oh my gosh, everybody. Shot him at like 25 yards. You work so hard for an opportunity like that at a mature buck. And like when it happens and it comes together, it's just amazing. Like the feeling just like overcomes you. I'm gonna get down and look at the blood, see what it looks like quick. Well, I went down and looked at initial blood. It doesn't look bad. There's not as much blood as I would like, but I think, remembering the shot, it was high lung. It looked like a little high lung to me. So, I mean, it's decent blood. Nothing to be worried about, I don't think. We're gonna back out, give him an hour or two, and slowly take the trail. I'm like in a tizzy. Like the feelings and the emotions that come over you when you pick a buck out, like a Krabby or a Hollywood or a Wells, like him, and you try to put everything together to get an opportunity at a deer like that, and you work so hard, and you hunt so hard, and you try to hunt so smart, and when it comes together, it's just a feeling that I just freaking live for, you know? Oh. Let's go down, I'll show you the initial blood and we'll back out of here. I gotta call Kaylee. Text the guys. I don't have any service, but let's go check it out. Okay, right in here. You can see it's kind of spraying. We're gonna go ahead and back out and give him some time here. Moment of truth. Let's see what this actually looks like. crushed him. It looks good. Fingers crossed. I've watched this video a whole bunch of times, and I think we've got a dead buck. I think high lunged him. That's why it took a little while for the blood to come out, but I think he's toast. So, you know, you certainly don't want to count your eggs before they hatch, but I think he's a dead buck. So I'm pretty excited to get my hands on Wells for the first time. This is a really cool, unique deer that I am extremely excited about. So once my sister and brother-in-law get here, we're gonna head down there and see if we can't track him down. Made it down to the scene of the crime. I've got my sister Tara here, who's a photographer and a lot better at this stuff than I am. And got my Uncle John here, who's the big buck slayer from last year that killed the upper 9 and Hulk. And he wants to see this buck laying on the ground, so here we are. This is where the shot took place. I shot it right out of that stand right there. Slava gave me a bunch of that driveway wrap to hide my entrance and exit out of my hunting shanty up the gasol piece. Well, that was what was left over, so I thought, well shit, I'll put it around there and use it as concealment in the stand. It's worked great. So I'm gonna hand the camera to Tara and we're gonna take up the track. Here, he was standing, right here is where the buck was standing when I shot him, and he peeled right back around this way. And it wasn't until up in here that we had our first blood, really. He was not bleeding much for a while here, but he really opens up. I can't even find a speck yet to show you. Right here. See just a few specks. Right there and right there. Oh, there's the... So we went into the fletchings. I thought it actually went through when he took off running, but it stuck in them. Okay, right through here. Maybe that's why it started bleeding better then once that thing came out. Right here. Right here.
Looks like he's stumbling a little.
Yeah, look at that. He's really spraying there.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually the offside shoulder, so we definitely got pass through.
Yep.
It's coming out of the left side. Through here. Right here. Do I smell him? You smell him? John's got a nose for it. Not really bleeding as much as you would have been thinking. Oh, right here some. is actually kind of making me nervous. It's really not bleeding as much as... You can track him right through the...
Yeah, the ruffled leaves.
There's some blood. There's some.
Yeah.
How far have we gone? We've probably gone over 80, 90 yards. See, it looks like you hit hard right here.
Yeah.
Right there's pretty good blood.
I mean, he looks like he's stumbling.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Right there. Ran right into a tree. How
Wow.
far did he go? Look at that.
Wow.
That looks really good. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. Ran right into a tree.
Wow. Congratulations, Cliff. Wow. Oh, he's already real stiff.
Oh yeah.
Real stiff.
Man. Boy, he is stinky. Look at that. That sucks he broke off all that junk at the base.
He's got some nice
Palmation, yeah. My gosh. Look at the mass right there.
Jeez, he's nice and tall too.
Look at the neck on that thing.
Man, he looks old.
He's got a fat snout on him.
Yeah,
stuff,
fat
boys.
and gray.
Gray, yeah. He was dead right after the shot. He's stiff.
Yeah.
Well, you look at it. He's not. It's not as high looking on this side as
that's the innie. Right there.
Yeah.
Howdy. Let's see what's it look like.
Oh,
on that
yeah, it's
side?
low on this side, Cliff.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Right there.
Yeah, but look how he's nice and fat.
Yeah, he is. Look at that palmation right there, like you said. Jeez. See that, Tara? Look at that.
Wow.
It's a moose. It's a moose deer.
Wow. How do you feel, Cliff?
Pretty excited.
Pretty excited?
You put, obviously everybody that watches my videos knows I put an unbelievable amount of time into just putting myself in a position to get an opportunity at a deer like this, and when it all comes together, it's just totally overwhelming, obviously. What do you think, Uncle John?
He's a nice one. Nice and rack.
Cherry Ridge has produced some really nice bucks over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one I got up on the wall was only laid
Yeah.
50 yards that way.
Really?
Shot out of the same stand.
Wow.
He is a tank of a deer, my gosh.
Look how wide his nose is. That's impressive to me.
Just a huge body deer. I think he hit this freaking tree full steam. Look at the mark on it.
I was gonna say, you could tell he was stumbling from the trail.
Yeah, right up there. I couldn't really see him because he was right in this little,
All it stuck up was the rack.
yeah. That's all I could see.
He looked good sitting there like that.
Wow.
There.
Yeah, right there is good. 1, 2, 3. Bump this. 1, 2, 3. One more.
1, 2. Whoop, I'm recording. Oh, this one. Okay, I got it.
Yep, you got it.
Yep.
This poor guy was strolling through Cherry Ridge this morning thinking he was just going to get laid. Oh.
You got so much more. The day ended with a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Not exactly what he had in mind.
Oh, yeah, he's still nice and warm.
That's after I left. That's that buck that I got a picture of over there. That's the one that I saw yesterday across the road. So this is really cool trail camera footage. So right here is the hot doe that comes through, and the next deer is my buck, Wells, that I shot that morning, and the time is actually an hour ahead. It's actually 7:51. Here comes that little 6-point that I see almost every time I go hunting on that same hot doe. So that's the second buck on that doe. Here comes the third buck on that doe that same morning. And then the buck that I was actually hunting that morning is the next buck coming through, the big, heavy, mature 8-point. That's the deer that I was actually hunting that morning. And there he comes. This is after I had already left the stand and was waiting to go track Wells. Wells was actually laying dead only about 30 yards from this camera. Thought that was a really cool series of videos. Okay, Uncle John, thanks
Nice.
for the help.
Yep.
I'll take it down and show Graham and Grandpa. And
You need help loading it in your truck, but let me know.
I should be able to get it, I think.
I'm pretty strong.
Are you? Oh, I hate to show them to you, Brian.
Which one is this?
Wells.
Wells?
This is the first time I've ever in my life seen him in Cherry Ridge, and he walked right by me.
Well, I come back from town. I watched your video eating breakfast this morning. I'm gonna hunt before work. I come back from town, your truck's there. It's like, he's got one.
Yep, you're right. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there and the doe.
Good job.
Thanks, Brian. A doe came through, and here he come about 2 minutes later, just right down the gator path, right through Cherry Ridge. He broke off those 2 kickers he had right here. He had 2 long ones. He had one that came out like that far that he snapped off.
Pretty thick horn, really.
Oh yeah, lots of real good mass.
Tip on that one is loose.
That's a heavy duty deer.
This here wiggles.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I noticed that this one here has one of them on the end of it. I've never seen that before.
I think they call them acorns. It's an injury they had when they were in velvet, is what I think.
Maybe it's not wiggling. I thought it was.
Well, don't rip it off if it is.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I can't believe how pale he is, man. He bled out.
Yeah.
You sure Kaylee didn't shoot it?
Yeah, I wish you had it. That'd have been pretty awesome.
Be excited to
You ready to see this, Levi?
Oh yeah, let's see him.
There he is.
Is that a big old buck? Wow, he's a swamp
Look at
buck,
that big
isn't
old
he?
buck.
What do you think, Abigail?
It's a good deer.
It's a good deer.
Deer. It's a big old buck, huh?
Really?
Lily can't even see.
Well, you better come up here and see him. There and see it, huh?
Look at that.
Look at him. Listen, he's something special. Here, Anna can hold his horn. What do you think? Look at that big old buck. Yep. Wow.
What do you guys think?
It's cool. Is that She's holding those horns, Cliff.
Yeah.
Can you say buck, Lily? You say buck?
How did you put it in the truck?
Your mom and I lifted it in there. She's strong.
What you think, bye-bye? Mommy can lift an
Oh, there's blood.
Yeah, there is blood.
Levi, you're going to be a big buck slayer, right? I don't know. Your sister might be a big buck slayer, too.
I know Abby will be. You'll be a big old buck slayer. Of course.
Well, Mom and I came over to show Grandpa and Grandma Skelly, so she's going to go in and grab them. Yeah, it took me a while to finally get it done, but
Measure it yet?
yeah, he's 18 outside. What do you think?
That looks like one Grandpa shoot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Sorry to shoot it already for you.
Oh, that's okay. How far?
He was only probably 25 yards, I bet, right in Cherry Ridge, walking right down the gator path from the duck line. He had a hot doe.
Boy, he's been.
Yeah, he actually broke off. He had 2 stickers that came off right here about 4 inches that snapped off, unfortunately, but I wasn't going to let him walk by because he broke them off.
That's an older deer.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, what do we got?
Well, I
Look
shot.
at that.
Holy shit.
What do you think, Grandma?
That's a good one. It's worth a picture.
Absolutely. Look at, you know what I thought was cool, Grandpa? Your big buck's got marks on his horns. Look at that. He's got marks just like yours did. Where,
That's fence.
yeah, that's what it's gotta be.
It's got a nice face. It's got to be. You got to cut the neck off.
Probably that's that fence right beside your barn because he was going to get in there and hide for the season.
Well, he didn't make it.
No.
You want to get a picture, Grandma?
Yeah, that's a nice
How far did he go?
About 100 and little over 100 yards he went. So,
That's unbelievable.
yeah, you want on this side, Grandma?
I think so. The higher side.
Yeah.
This Hollywood stuff.
Oh, look.
Here, Grandpa, get in here.
This is a nice one. Here, I see. Oh,
She's the picture taker.
I'll hold the hand.
Okay.
How old do you think he is?
I think he's 5.5. I'm gonna.
See that? Man, that's huge.
Oh, I know.
That's huge.
It's like a moose. He's all palmated there. Think about what that.
Beyond that one.
Think
I
about.
thought that was something you did when you was a kid.
Think about what that measurement would be right there. I mean, that's gotta be.
Oh, that's a nice book.
That is a good one.
Yep. When I seen him coming, I said that'll do it.
Was you in the air?
Yep. I was in that stand there, that double stand.
God, that's a nice one. That's a nice
Nice and clean, too.
Yeah, he is.
Too bad that sucker. He just did that too, didn't he?
Yeah, he.
Well, this one put off a little, but that one went right.
What was there, one here?
There's actually 2 of them that came off
here it is.
right here. It came off like straight out.
Now, what's going on for the rest of the season?
Well, I'm gonna get you one like that, Grandpa. So that's the next. Make sure you shoot straight.
Don't tell them when to shoot, because they ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you got, Barry?
Official, unofficial weight. Let's see, 150 and 44, 194 less 21 for the board is 173.
173. I bet you a few weeks ago he would have been. Well, he's already ran some weight off him already, for sure. Well, this is what you boys need to find, Jared. No kidding. Gotta get in the way. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this video up, but I wanted to talk about Wells a little bit from the past. So I think Wells is a buck that I actually called oldie over the past few years. And the reason I think that is because wells actually originated from what we call the gas well piece. It was up there that I was getting the most pictures of him previously, and that's where Oldie had always stayed. And Oldie had last year some kickers right on the base, and this year they grew into those eye guards, which Wells had, and actually broke off before I killed him. But my first videos of Wells was in the soybean food plot. It was like June 14th or something. And then I got a video of him in July going around the corn, and both of those were at the gas well piece. It wasn't until he got hardhorn that he moved across the road this year. And that's something that Oldie did a few times last year, but he always ended up in the red brush and up there. So I'm thinking that Wells was actually the buck that I had called Oldie in years past. But I'm going to go ahead and finish this video with a ton of trail camera footage that I have of Wells. As everybody knows, I got tons of video of him just absolutely ripping the crap out of a hanging vine scrape that I put Wyoming County Whitetail buck lure in earlier on in October. And he did not like that buck urine. He was a little upset about it. And I got lots of really cool video of that. But I also wanted to let you guys know that we got some sweet new beanie hats in that we're going to be putting on our website this week. There's gray ones, and then we have black ones, and they're super warm. They're made out of a really soft material inside. I don't know how good you can actually see that, but it's super soft. And then we got a whole bunch of hats in stock finally. We were out, and we just got restocked up with hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. We got it on the new website that just went live this last week. So if you guys are interested in anything, go check it out. And as always, I want to thank all the patrons of the channel. You guys really make what we do worth the time and effort that we put into this. So I can't thank everybody enough. This is just really the start of the hunting season. We got a whole entire rifle season, muzzleloader season. We got a lot of stuff coming up shortly. So stay tuned with the channel. We got more to come. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hopefully you're having a lot of luck this season as well.